So introducing the new design and exploring all its features. So if you're a new user or if you already an old user of Dropin, you probably realize we have now the website, and the new users cannot tell the difference, but we have redesigned our website. So Dropin is new. It has a new design, some new features, and we're very excited to launch that for you. It was a lot of work. The whole team was working 24/7 for the past 3 weeks just for the launch, but we've been designing this since end of November, beginning of December, and having in mind the best user experience possible. So we're very excited to launch, but we're very excited also to have you guys engaged with Dropin and seeing the changes. And we really appreciate your feedback because that's where it all started. We started taking your feedback from the past 2 years to culminate in this new design. So if you still have new ideas for Dropin, you can let us know, and we'll be more than happy to help you to get this feedback and maybe introduce new changes. I forgot to introduce myself. So for the ones that are not, they don't know me, I'm Gustavo Walker. I work with the Drop-In team. I've been working with this team for 5 months now. And I think most of you already know me for either like training sessions or champions training or visiting your organization. So I'm very glad for that. But if you don't know me, I'll be the one together with Candel probably, always answering your emails and supporting you with regards to Drop-In. So what is Drop-In? We have 800 plus not-for-profits in WA, and we have the raising issues of homelessness, health issues, aging population, the incarceration rates of Aborigines and Torres Strait Islanders, and so many other issues with environment, economy, education, migration. And one of the key factors of progress in these areas would be in the sector's ability to network and collaborate together. However, there was a lack of a go-to platform for the sector to facilitate such interactions. Thus, we created Drop-In. So Drop-In is supposed to be this go-to platform for you to collaborate and to network to achieve better outcomes and optimize your resources. Just a quick thing. If you, by any chance, have any questions, you can start typing down your questions for the moment you got them. We have a team of people curating the questions. So we have Kendall and we have Lena here with us, and they will be helping me with curating the questions. So I might answer some of them during my presentation. I might answer most of them when I finish the presentation, but don't feel that you have to wait to type your questions. Feel free to ask them at any point, okay? So Drop-In, as I said, was created supposed to be this go-to platform, and Drop-In is mainly focused on connecting, so centralizing communications, uniting networks, and allowing you to join sector hubs, also to collaborate, to share news, to discuss topics, to ask questions, to public sector-wide events, and to grow, to share resources, to do more with less, update your team, and store agendas in minutes, and much more. So these are the three core principles that we have in the tools that we have in Dropin. So we're thinking of allowing you to connect, collaborate, and grow your projects and initiatives. All right? And now the question that most people have is how to use Dropin. And the good news I have for you is that now with this redesign, we were really thinking about user experience and how many users, we're growing our user base every day, and we want new users to be able to start using Dropin from the moment they log in. So we really focus on making the whole new design intuitive. You're going to see from this training that if something is not 100% intuitive, it was simplified in terms of like how to use the functions and how to do things. So you can really just go ahead and start using Dropin more and more without like needing hours and hours of practice. All right? So the first thing is signing up. I assume most of you already have a sign up, but maybe some of you don't. So you don't have a login, you don't have an account yet. So if you go to dropin.org.au, which is our website, the first thing you see on the screen is this screen. Dropin is the free, flexible, interactive way to connect with the community sector. And you have right there a sign up now, it's free button. So let me quickly show that. So I'm here in the Dropin website. If I refresh the page, wait, I was already logged in, so let me log out first. So if I just go to dropin.org.au, the first thing I'll see here is sign up now. It's free. And if I click this button, it takes me to the registration form. And when you fill this registration form, just keep in mind that we're the ones managing the user information. So just to make sure that your information is private and it's that everyone that joins Dropin is relevant for the sector. So it may take up to 24 hours to process your registration, but then you're going to get an email for you to set up your password. All right? So that's signing up. Now, if you already have a sign up, if you already set your password, what you might want to know, what we might want to do is to log in. So logging in is fairly simple in this new design and website. So again, from the home screen of like when you type dropin.org.au, you're going to see this page with the sign up now, it's free. And you see in the top right corner, there's a login button as the arrow shows. If you click login, we're going to be able to, like here for instance, you're going to be able to put your username and your password and log in. Now one thing is that some people sometimes forget is that their username is first name, full stop, last name, all lowercase. So it's as simple as that. Like you don't have a customized or different kind of username. If you forgot, it's just first name, full stop, last name, all lowercase, and then your password. But if by any chance you forget your username or password, as you can see from the login page, you have a forgot your password button as well. So when you're trying to log in, you see right next to login, you see forgot your password. It also goes for the username. And if you click that, you're going to get a box saying that's okay. Simply enter your username or email below, and reset password link will be sent to you via email. So you're going to get in your email address either you're going to get a link to reset your password, and you can also then get information about your username. All right. So I'm going to illustrate here. If in case I forgot my password, I would click here and forgot password. And I would put my email here, and I would click send it to me, and from my email, I would be able to reset my password or even see my username. All right? So now that you logged in or you retrieve your password, if you lost yours, how do you edit your profile? This is something many people don't do, and it's not mandatory, so don't feel pressure about doing that. But if you want to edit your profile, you want to change your email address, for instance, you want to change your password from when you're logged in, or you want to change your picture, you can do that. So when you log in, on the top right corner, you're going to have a little icon. If you don't have a picture set yet, you're going to just have a little person icon. And if you click there, you're going to have a drop-down list of things you can do. And if you click profile, you're going to get to that menu. So I'm going to show you here in Drop-in. Let me quickly log in. So now that I'm inside, you can see just here on the top right corner, if I click the drop-down list, I have profile as the fourth thing I can see. And if I click profile, it opens a menu for the information in my profile. All right? Okay. So now that we're there, we're in this page, what can I do and where do I have to click to edit things? So I can click picture. Can you see the arrow on the left part there, picture, if I want to set my profile picture. So if I want to put a picture next to my name, as you can see mine, I have one. You can do that by clicking picture and setting your profile picture. You can also click settings, and from settings you can change your email, you can change information about yourself that you have in your profile, like your organization, website, and other things, or you can click edit profile if you click settings, you can reset your password, and if you click edit profile, you can edit other information. All right? I'm going to show you there in the website. So I'm here, and you can see the first button is the profile picture. So I'm going to click picture here, and now I can see the picture. And in this menu, if I wanted to just quickly change the profile picture, I just click upload image, and I would be able to do that in a very simple way. All right? This next thing I taught you, it was settings. Oh, wait. Let me just go back. So here in settings, you can change on the left side, you can see password, and here you can change a password. All right, so if you're able to log in but you want to change a password, you can change it from here. If by any chance you are unable to log in because you forgot your password, remember that in that login menu there is the forgot password button. So it's as simple as that. And even if you feel like just doing that, you can reset your password from that button as well, okay? And finally, we have edit profile here on the right side. So you can see here that I have information about my profile. I have full name, I have email, company, general. If you want to change any of those fields, you can just go edit profile and change them. All right? And then here at the bottom, you can click save, and you'll be able to have them changed. All right? So this is pretty much the main things that you would probably want to edit or change in your profile. If there's something else that you think I didn't cover, just let me know in the questions and I'll make sure that I'll show you that as well. So now let's see a little bit more of the core features of Dropin. So what are the core features in Dropin? If you open the website, you're going to see that the first thing it says is, when you come here, it says, welcome to Dropin. Choose how you wish to collaborate today, right? So it's pointing to you the three things that are our main tools for collaboration here: the news and events, the forums, and the spaces, right? So those are the core features that we have in Dropin. Now let's talk about the first one, news and events. So you can keep up to date with the latest news from the sector with our fortnightly news and events blog. You can not only see content that it's generated for many people from the sector, but it can also contribute with content in our news and events section. So I'm just inside right now, and you can see there's this first news saying, WACOS conference 3 to 5 May 2016. And there are other news here. There's about the redesign launch, so the webinar that we're having just now. And we have posts from other people as well, showing like different content. Now, if you click any of these titles, you're going to be able to see that particular news you were looking for. So I just clicked in the Dropin webinar redesign launch. But if you want to contribute with news, if you have something like either an event, or you have an opportunity open, or you have content that you posted on your website, you have an article, or anything that you think it would be relevant for the sector to see or know, you can see here in this blue box it says spread the word, and then it has a button, click here. If you click there, it's going to open a little form where you can submit news and events. Now remember that we want to keep things relevant for the sector, so that's why we do a little bit of, we moderate the news before they go live, but that's no issue. It will come straight to us and we're going to moderate, so you just have to put your name, organization, and email address, and then the content. And by content I mean the body of the text that you have. So like if you only want to post something that is just text, you just put in content. But also you could attach something in the attachments. You can see here we have attachments. So if you already have something in a particular format with a distribution of pictures and text in certain formats and areas, and you want us to post like that, you can just attach either a Word file, a PDF file, a PowerPoint file, or something in the attachments, and we'll make sure that it's posted the way you want it to be presented, right? So that's news and events. You can also just here you see subscribe to our free fortnightly news and events blog and never miss a beat. So if you feel like subscribing to get notifications about news and events posted on your email, you just click subscribe now and you'll be subscribed. All right? So that's news and events. Now, the second core feature that we have, it's forums. Just please let me know if you think I'm going too fast, or even if you have questions I've already mentioned. In the meanwhile, you can already start typing your questions. And we have Kendall and Lena here checking the questions, so I'll answer them in either in the middle of the presentation or by the end, all right? So we have forums where you can debate, discuss, and design solutions with our online discussion forums. Engage in current conversations or start one of your own. We don't want just to teach you how to use the features, but why we use the features. So as I said, news and events is not only somewhere where you can post content, but it's supposed to be like this kind of like go-to place where you can see content from the sector for the sector, right? So we want news and events to be the place where you can do this kind of like sharing of information in articles. And in forums, we want to spark discussions. Have you ever felt like you had this like question about something sector related, and you just wanted to see what other people had in mind about it, their opinions and their thoughts? Well, forums is the place where you can go and check this kind of opinions, and you can post something and ask people to reply or answer or engage in a discussion, right? So right now, I'm going to forums. So from the homepage, remember, it says, welcome to Drop-In, choose how you wish to collaborate today. This is the second thing, and if I click forums, it will take me to a page. So at the moment, we just launched this new design for the forums. So we have one, but it's a big one. It's the Emergent Issues forum that Chris from Wacos posted here. And I would really like to see you guys engaging with this. So if you want to start practicing with Drop-In and already get good content and engage in a powerful discussion, this forum, the Emerging Issues 2016, is definitely valuable. So you can see here you have all the information about it. If you click any of the forums, so right now we have one, but as people post it, and be aware that you can post it as well. You don't have to wait for a moderator or someone from Wacos to post. Anyone can post in forums and start a discussion. You don't have to have a particular structure. You just have to start with a question and then give people a little bit of background or context, and you'll be able to already post something. And then once you post, don't forget to go here at the bottom of the page, and in this little pencil icon, you can edit and include labels. And the really cool part about the labels is that we're going to start gathering some forums based on their issues. So if you work with early years, if you put early years as a label, we're going to be able to gather all the early years forums based on that label. And that logic goes for all the other kinds of fields, all right? So that's forums. And to create a new forum, it's really simple. You just, when you click forum from this homepage of forums, it says here, start a sector-wide discussion, create a new topic. So if you just click create, it's going to load for a second, and then you're going to have a new page opening for you where you can edit information. So you can see there on top, you have page title, and here you're going to put the content or the headline of your forum. So maybe I want to ask people, is collaboration still relevant? Let me be more specific. Is online collaboration still relevant for the sector? That's obviously just an example. And then you have a prompt here saying insert the title of your forum above, as I just did. You can use this space to insert the content of your topic or any background information necessary. You can also insert pictures in files by clicking Files. And once you finish, you can click Save. So let me just show here. If I click here, I can start typing information. Obviously, I'm just showing where to type. So that's just a prompt message, but here I can start typing information. And if I want to include files or pictures. I can include a PDF, I can include a Word file, I can include an Excel, or I can include pictures that are relevant for this discussion. I can click here, you can see on top here it says Files. If I click there, I'll be able to upload files, and then from my computer, and then post them, and then I can play around with the size, I can play around with where it's going to be exactly displayed in the text. So just by clicking upload files, choosing one, and inserting it to your text. All right. Once you've done it, and once you've finished everything here, you can click Save. I'm going to click Save just to show, but then I'm going to delete this forum, obviously, because it doesn't have any content. But remember, so I'm asking about online collaboration still relevant for the sector. I think a relevant label for this would be collaboration. So I just click the little pencil, as I mentioned, just above the comment box, and I can include the label like collaboration. Add, close, and now it's properly labeled. So if I go back to Forums Home, soon it will be labeled. Sometimes you need to refresh the page, but soon it will be labeled here in the label list. All right? So that's how forums work. If you have any questions, again, don't be afraid to ask them at any point. But now we're going to jump to the main thing about Dropin, which are the spaces. So coming back here, the spaces is where you can connect with projects and networks near you and get access to good case practices in your field from every edge of WA. So spaces are, well, spaces where you have networks or cross-sector projects or initiatives, and you can share information in a private, semi-private, or public form in your space, all right? So for people that are regular users, you're not going to be too much, you're not going to have to worry too much about how to set up privacy things. That's more for the what we call champions or administrators of the spaces, but we can have all sorts of setup, all right? So let's go and see how spaces work. Just one quick thing, you can see in this blue bar on the top that there's a white icon for Dropin, and this is our home button for the Dropin website. So whenever you want to go back to that screen that says choose how you wish to collaborate today, you just click Dropin, and it brings you back to the welcome page. All right, so now we're back in the welcome page, and we have news and events, we have forums, and we have spaces. So I'm going to click here in spaces, and it's going to open our space directory. So it's the list of all the spaces we have in Dropin. So going back to the slides, so working in a space. Now we're going to check what kind of things and features we have when we want to work in a space. The first one is a favorite. So how to favorite a space. And I'm also going to show you why you would want to favorite your space. So first, if I go back here in the space directory or the site spaces, this list of all the spaces in Dropin, you can see that on the right corner, there are little stars, and they're white in the middle. So they're just a little gray line with a white filling in this for the star. Now, if I want to favorite one of these spaces because I want it to be displayed in my home page, whenever I log into Dropin, I don't have to go to this list to find my space. I can jump directly to the space that I belong to or I work with. I can favorite it, and then by clicking the star, and then I'll have it in my home page. So I'm going to do that with the 50 Lives, 50 Homes project, just as an example. So if I click here, the star, you can see that the star is now fully, well, black or dark gray. And it means that I managed to favorite the space. So now if I go back and I click the white drop-in, as I told you, in the top left corner, if I click here, I go back to the home, you see that one of the blocks here, it says favorite spaces. So it says right next to news and events, it says favorite spaces. Now these are my favorite spaces, and everyone has their own list. So if you have your own personal login and you jump into drop-in, you're going to have your personal list. Now I have already some that were already here, like drop-in team, drop-in network statistics, or Gustavo Walker. But now I have 50 Lives, 50 Homes project, and that's because I just clicked the star. Right? So that's how you favorite a space, and this is useful if you really go to a space very often. So after you log in, the first thing you see is this screen, and you can click your space directly from here and jump inside and start working. All right? So that's favoriting. Now, once you learn how to favorite the space, your space, we're ready to see how your space looks like. All right? So I'm going to pick here, I don't know, I didn't check if John is online from the Southeast Multicultural Network, but I've been working in his space just last week, so I'm going to show you. You can either go, again, as I said, to the space list, which, as I just mentioned, you click spaces from this homepage and then find the space there. But there is an easy way if you know the space that you're looking for. You can also go in the search bar on the top. You see there, quick search. So I can click here and put Southeast Multicultural Network. And I can already find the space that I'm looking for. So if I click, I'm now in the home of the space, right? So all the spaces now have this similar design. So you're going to have the space menu here at the top. This is a contextual menu. So you have to notice the difference between the blue bar and this menu is that the blue bar works for the whole website. So if you click search, you're going to search in the whole website. If you click home, it's going to take you back to the home screen. Now, a contextual menu will only work in that context. So if you're inside a space like the Southeast Multicultural Network, these options will work for the things that are related to Southeast Multicultural Network. So space home is going to be this first page that says welcome to Southeast Multicultural Network. Updates is going to be the updates page for this network. The resources is going to be the resources page for this network, so on and so forth, with minutes and agendas and calendars as well. All right? So now that you're in the home page of a space, you can see that we have 3 elements there. So you have what we call the activity stream, the about section, and a little down below we get the calendar as well, or a quick preview of the calendar, because we also have in a bigger setting for if you click the calendar on the top menu. All right, so this is what a standard space looks like. And the activity stream is where you can look at if you want to see the most recent thing that has happened in your space, or the most recent things. So you just go directly to that place to get that kind of information. The activity streams is where you want to look at. So right now, sometimes you're going to find either Kendall or Tanya or Lena or Gustavo has made some changes, and that's because we just set up the new design of drop-in. So that's the latest activities for many spaces. But if you see that people from your space, from your network, just added a new update, or that they added a new file in resources or a new link. All these kinds of things will be presented here in the activity stream. So if you want to stay up to date with the latest thing that has happened in your space or the things that have happened since you logged in the last time, just look there and just see what happened. And then you can go directly to those things. So you can go and check the minutes and agendas if something has just been posted. All right? So that's why we have the activity stream. Now the About section is a little bit of a description of your space and the purpose of having a drop-in space. So if you have your section just saying insert text here, you can ask us to include text for you. So you can just send us an email. By the end of this presentation, I'm going to have the email address shown again, but it's dropin.org.au. So you can send us an email and say, hey, I would like to have this included in my space. But yeah, you're going to have this information in the About section, and you can also have some special buttons either with the member information or the director information of the networks and organizations present in that space. So you can include a couple of customized buttons. If you're an administrator or a drop-in champion and you're wondering how to get those in your space, again, just tell us, send us an email and say, hey, Gustavo, can we include the network member information or the group members information or something like this, and we can include that for you. All right? And then the calendar with the most recent things that are going on in your space. That's what you're going to find in the home, the space home. All right? So now that you're in the space home, what things can you do to interact with this page and to work better and to get more results and so on? So the first feature that I'm going to show you, it's the watch feature. So what is the watch feature and why would you want to watch something? So going back to the space, if you're someone that you know you're not going to be able to join, log in to drop in and check information every single day, but you want to get email notifications about things that have been added there. So if someone add an update, if someone add a new resource, a new file, a new link, a new minute, a new agenda or something, you can watch the content of this page and then you're going to be able to get email notifications about that. So to watch, you can see there just below the search bar, there is the watch button. And if you click watch, mine is already ticked, but if you're not watching a space, you're probably just going to have the first box ticked. So it says you're watching this page, but it says watch page. But if you want to get the email notifications, you just click the second box as well, watch all content in the space. And you're going to be watching what's happening in the space. So now if I include something new, if I change something, you're going to get an email, all right? And that's how you can stay up to date also about the things that are happening in your space. Now the next thing we're going to learn is how to check, like how to include things in the updates, how to see other people's updates and so on. So you can see in a space, the first thing on the top is space home, and then right next to it you have updates. So if you click updates, you're going to have this page. For drop-in users that have been using drop-in before the redesign, maybe you're not going to be familiar with this kind of page called updates, but you're familiar with news, ideas, discussions, ask a question, and so on. So before we used to have 4 or 5 different functions and pages for the same purpose, which is to post content and have people interacting with it. So right now we merged these functions into one page. So here you can see the first thing it says, add an update, idea, discussion topic, news, or suggestion. Everything you want to do with your network. I just want to point out a difference. Discussion topics that are sector-wide and that you want to post for all drop-in users, for everyone to see, you're going to post that in forums that I showed you before. But if you want to just share something that is particular to your network, to your space, if you're in a particular space, you're going to do that through this to this update section. So if I had an update, idea, discussion topic, news, or suggestion, I can just simply click Add New. It's going to load for a second, and it's going to open a page, and it's going to have some instructions here. You don't have to pay attention to this, like says discussion information box or discussion contributors. That's not relevant, but just remember the page title is going to be the title of your discussion. So saying something like next week's meeting cancelled is already good enough. So it's the topic of your discussion or question or idea or something. And then we have some instructions here. Do not delete the discussion information box. Step 1, create a catchy title. Step 2, Step 3, Step 4. So these are all instructional text, but you don't have to delete or change anything. They're invisible once you post. So let's say I just want to say something next to this, like I'm going to click in Step 1 here and say due to something will not be able to host next week's meeting somewhere. Therefore, we're canceling it. If you just want to post something like this, you can. And then the next step would be go down below and on the top right corner and click Save. If you also want to include pictures, you can do just like the forums one. So you go on the top here and you can click Files. And with files, you'll be able to include pictures or files like Word files, PowerPoint files, PDF files as well. Or if you want to hyperlink a part of your text to take people somewhere to a certain page, you can also link here from the top. All right? So that's pretty much how you add an update. And then if I wanted to post this, I would click Save, and that would be it. I would not be saving this one because obviously it's just a dummy one. And it will be posted here like this one called test, for instance. And that's how you do updates. Now, let's say for this, like you just posted something, but you realize that there's something wrong in that post. You posted the wrong information, you added the wrong date or something. How do I edit? So first thing, bear in mind that the edit button here, it's right under the search bar. You can see it from any page, but it will influence the page that you're on. So right now I'm in the updates page, so I shouldn't click edit. But if I want to edit that particular post, like the test one, for instance, I open it. And once I see that I'm in the test page, and you see from the title of the page here, test, this is the test update. And let's say I want to change here, where it says test update, I want to include something else. So I can go there on top and click edit. And now I can go and change this. So instead of saying test update, I'm going to say something else. And once I click save, now my page says something else instead of test update. All right? So that's how you edit information. Share. Now to share information is when you want to share a particular page or a particular content you found in Drop-in, and you want to share either with someone, like one person, or with a network. So there is a share button here, and from anywhere in Dropin. So if you want to share something from the news and events page, or from the forums page, or from your space, you can click here, share, and you see here it says username, group, or email, and optional note. So let's assume this test post is something really useful. It's something that is like it's about a tool, or it's just something really important. So I'm going to choose someone. So let's say I want to send it to Candell. So I just started typing her name, and a drop-down list already showed. So I'm going to pick her here, Candell Nestor. And now she's already in my list of people that I'll be sending I'll be sharing this update with. Now, you can put a person's name if your space has a group set for them. And this, you can clear this information either asking us or your administrator. But if you have a group, you can also share this information with the whole group. So let's suppose you just posted a new minute or agenda. You click share just to make sure everyone's up to date with that. And then you click your group. So I'm going to use as an example the group for the Southeast Multicultural Network, which is SEMN. When I click here, now I have the whole group, which includes all the people and emails that are registered in this group. And then I can add the optional notes. So I can say, hey guys, this test post is really interesting, which is not, but this is just for the example. And when I click share, Candell and everyone from the Southeast Multicultural Network will be getting emails that go with my description. So this little headline saying Gustavo said, hey guys, this test post is really interesting, plus the link to the page where they can come and read and see there's something else posted, and they can like and they can comment and they can engage with this post. All right. Obviously, I'm not going to share it with like so many people this example, but I just needed to click the share button if I wanted to conclude this operation. All right. Now, the next thing we want to learn is resources. So just next to updates, you're going to see resources in the top menu. So I clicked resources, and I can pretty much do two things in the resources page. I can share files and I can share links. Now, files is not just like Word documents or PDFs. You can also share photos, pictures, and sheets and all sorts of files. So if there is something that they're relevant for your network, they're important information, they're flyers, everything that you would like to share, you can share here in files. And as simple as going down the page a little bit, where you can see the last one posted. So I'm scrolling down. You can see here it says drag and drop to upload or browse for files. So if you want to do it in a simpler way, just click browse for files, and it's going to open a little box where you can choose from something from your computer. And when you click open, it's going to be uploaded there to the list. So you're going to have shared your file with your network, right? Now, let's say you want to download all files here because you think that they're all very interesting, relevant, and so on. So down below as well, just next to the drag and drop to upload or browse for files, you have download all, which will start downloading all the files at once. And finally, if you want to see just one file, or if you want to download it, you don't even have to download it. Some files, you can already preview it just by clicking this tiny arrow just next to the title of a file. So if I click this tiny arrow, it's going to open the file. You can see that I can already preview the file. If I click this little double arrow here, you can see here full screen mode. I can stretch it to the full screen so I can actually read it. Or I can click this tiny arrow that says download, so the arrow with a underscore under it. and I will be able to download this file. All right. And that's pretty much it. So if I want to download or preview individual files, I just click the arrow. Now, if I want to add a link for websites that are relevant for my group or organization, I click Add New, and it's going to ask me for the link, the title. The other things are optional. You don't have to include label, share with, and comment. So let's say I want people to start using drop-in. So I'm going to put drop-in. Well, I have to put the link. So I can copy paste as well. You don't have to type it from scratch. You can just go from here, from the top, copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and already paste it. Obviously, this is for the resources page, so I'm just want to delete this and leave it as dropin.org.au. The title, I can change it to drop-in very useful collaboration website, let's say. And I can even include more in comments and say blah, 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 why drop-in is so relevant. And when I click create, it's going to be shared with my network. Sorry, everyone in this particular space I'm in will get this new link, all right? And that's for resources. So now minutes and agendas is the next one. And minutes and agendas, you're going to see it's quite intuitive that it works just as files. So we have two columns there, one for minutes, one for agendas, and you can click the tiny arrow next to a particular one. If you want to preview it, you can click Browse for Files to include one, or you can click Download All to download all of them. And one interesting thing is that if you have a doc or docx document, which are the documents that when you save from Microsoft Word, you can also contribute online to changing the file. So like instead of downloading it, then changing something and then sending it back again to everyone, you can just make changes to the file and keep it saved where it is. So I'm going to quickly show, if you click here the arrow, for doc files, for PowerPoint files, which is PPT or PPTX, and for Excel files, which is XLS or XLSX, you're going to have here Edit in Office. Now, I just have to tell you that it doesn't work very well in Google Chrome, but you can use it in other browsers, so Internet Explorer or Mozilla. So if you click Edit in Office, you'll be able to edit this file, and then other people will be able to see it. All right? Finally, we have Calendar. So I'm going to jump to Calendar here. And it's quite straightforward that I can see the events here in the calendars. Just one difference is that even if you click watch for a space, you're not going to get the notifications about a calendar event if you don't subscribe to the calendar. And you can do that. You can see right below the calendar, there's the title of the calendar. It says, in this case, SEMN, because Southeast Multicultural Network. And then you have three dots. If you click the three dots and you scroll down here, you can click subscribe, and you're going to get notifications from this calendar. All right? So it's as simple as that. And if you want to include an event, you can just come here and add event. You can say, what is this event, like meeting. You don't have to include who. It doesn't make a difference. Like, it's not like they're going to get a notification. Everyone that is subscribed will get one. You can define the date. If you untick the all-day event, you can choose the hour as well. One quick thing is that the reminders are related to the event type. So if I wanted, let's say that I want everyone to get a reminder 1 week before the event, I can click here, add a reminder, and then I can create an event type that is going to be related to it. So I can come here and say add new event type. I'm going to say meeting. So every meeting is going to have a 1 week reminder, for instance. I'm going to put a little icon, reminder, 1 week before. Obviously just an example, but now I created this event type called meeting, and I set it up to remind me 1 week before. So I save. You're going to have to click add event again to refresh. So I'm going to cancel first because I just created it, and then I'm going to cancel here, add event. Now I have the option in the event type. I have meeting. When I click meeting, you see that reminder is 1 week before. So when I finish creating the event, I can quickly just save, and it will remind everyone that is subscribed to this calendar 1 week before the event. Final feature that I'm going to show you with working in a spaces, tagging and commenting. So going back again to Dropin here, if you find that there is something interesting in a discussion, let's go back to the test one. You have a comment box here. To comment is as simple as click the comment box. It's going to load for a second, and then it's going to allow you to type everything like great stuff. That's a comment. Now, one thing you want to do, if you want to get someone's attention, you want them to get an email notification as well, but you want them to get for a particular purpose, like saying, do you mind sharing your experience with this? Do you have an opinion about this? So you want to call someone in particular to do something related to this discussion. You can tag them. And tagging is as simple as putting @ and then starting typing your name. So I'm going to go again with Candell. So I go C-A-N. Sometimes I need to put some more letters. So D-E-L-L. And here I have it, Candell Nestor. So I click, and now you see that her name looks like a link. Now if I type something else, then great stuff, Candell Nestor, what do you think about it? And question mark, if I save, Candell's going to get an email saying there's something in this page that is relevant, and Gustavo asked, what do you think about it? So this is just to call someone's attention if you need their opinion to be in this page as well, or just tagging in general. So if I click save, she will get the notification. Now, one more thing is that you can also like, which I think follows the same logic as Twitter and Facebook. You're just showing that you either endorse that thing, you support that opinion, or you just like that content. You can click like. It says you like this. As simple as that. All right. Now that's the end of the core, let's say, functions and stuff that I'm going to teach today. But if I by any chance missed anything, or you feel like there's something else I should talk about, don't forget to mention it in the questions. I'm just going to quickly talk about troubleshooting. So how to solve an issue if you have a problem. So let's go to Dropin. So for troubleshooting, you have 3 things you can do. Just next to the search bar on the left side, there you have a little question mark, right? This is for help. So if you cannot do something in Dropin, something is not working properly, or you have a question, you feel like there's something that you're not being able to do something, or something is not working as it should work, you click help, and it's going to take you to our help center. In the help center, you're going to have how-to guides, you're going to have training options, and you're going to have a contact us. So first of all, if you feel like you want to learn more about how to be a power user in Dropin, or you just want to learn something specific to that functionality you're looking for, like I forgot how to tag someone, how would I discover that? You can come here in the how-to guides and see if we have how-to guides about that. So we have some sections here. I must tell you that right now we're updating this, so we're going to have many other how-to guides being included throughout the week and next week. So you're going to have even more and more content here, but already like logging into Dropin navigation toolbars, changing your password. So if you forgot anything, you can just come here and figure out how to do things. All right. So this is for users in trouble. Now, training. If you either want to see the training that we have, like Drop-in 101s, the introduction to Drop-in, or Champions training, which is for administrators of spaces, you can check the scheduled training webinars, but you can also get a customized face-to-face training. And now that's something that we've been working with recently, and it's been very, very successful. We go to certain organizations and we deliver all sorts of content you want. So it can be a drop-in introduction if you have your users there. It can be a little bit more advanced or even tailored to your audience. So if you want to learn more about file sharing than about something else, or if you want a 2 hours presentation that is thorough, it covers everything, you can do that with the customized face-to-face training. You just click here and you're gonna find more information about it. But if you click request, you're gonna find this form. You can put some information about the profile and so on, and we're gonna already get back to you and schedule the training. And finally, if you didn't find what you were looking for in the how-to guides, and well, you don't have time to go through a training, but you want to solve a particular issue, contact us. We have an FAQ here, but you can also submit a request. So if you even click here, it's going to tell you just to click submit a request, which is on the top. You can see here, submit a request. And we're going to get an email with your issue. So this is a better way even than just going to our inbox. But if you forgot about how to come here and so on, you can still send it to dropin@waycos.org.au. But I would much prefer having you using this because we're able to give faster answers through this application. It's just the same as an email if you submit a request, but we're going to be able to answer you faster. All right. So that's troubleshooting, and now I've finished the content of the presentation. I want to thank you so much for coming to this webinar today. It was amazing to have so many people. We never expected to have so many attendees, so it's been incredible. I hope that you got to learn something about Drop-in and how to use it. If you find any if you have any troubles or difficulties, you can go in the help center and submit a request, or you can send us an email. Let me put it in the slide there. You can send us an email at dropin to dropin@waycos.org.au, as you see on your screen, or call us at 9420-7222.